Hi, Demetrius Sherrod here in the Cobb TV studios for chatting with the DPS director. And joining me here in studio is Director Mike Register. Director, how's it going?
It is going great, and I'm glad to be here with you.
All right, we're glad to see you. So we'll jump right into it. A new police chief was named last Tuesday by the BOC. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I think it was a great decision by the Board of Commissioners to approve Chief Tim Cox for the position. I think he brings a wealth of experience and knowledge. He's been a part of the Cobb County police family for over 34 years, and I honestly believe that that was the best decision that could be made in reference to a police chief at this time, to give stabilization to the workforce, and also to give Chief Cox an opportunity to end his career as the top person there at the police department. I'm very proud of him and all that he's accomplished, and I look forward to what he will accomplish.
All right, now switching gears, you previously stated that pay and benefits for public safety personnel was a priority. Is there an update as to what the BOC is planning to do in reference to this issue?
Well, you know, they are still continuing to look at various options for FY19. And they just passed the merit-based incentive this past Tuesday night of $1,475 for public safety employees, and I really appreciate them doing that. But I think they have a couple of other things that they are looking at doing for FY19, and as we move into FY20, I'm continuing to have conversations with all the commissioners, the chairman, the county manager, the deputy county manager, and we are all committed to doing all that we can for FY20 for not only the public safety employees, but all employees here in Cobb County. So again, I'm very optimistic that the commissioners are looking at options that will truly make an impact.
Okay, now changing subjects a little bit, diversity within public safety as far as hiring has become an issue, especially when you talk about the fire department. Mm-hmm. What are your plans to address that?
Well, it's not just my plans, but it's my plans plus the command staff of the fire department led by Chief Kreider. You know, when I came in as Director of Public Safety in April 23rd, I believe, Chief Kreider was already brainstorming how he can address this issue. And some of the things that we've discussed is a full-time recruiter for the fire department. I think that's very important. Looking at the process, the totality of the process for all applicants to make sure that we understand where the drop points are. In that process, where are we losing the most people? And then also, where are we losing some of the segments of our community, more so than others? So just looking at the whole process and making sure that it is a process that is fair and consistent across the board for all. Another thing that he has already implemented is a web-based background booklet. Now, when you go back to last year, and I think they had 690 applicants or somewhere in that neighborhood, 316 of those individuals did not turn their background booklet in. This year, with going to a web-based background booklet format like the police department has done, I think they tested over 800 persons, and only 59 people did not turn in their background booklet. So I mean, that's a huge step in the right direction. And another thing too, traditionally the fire department has only tested once a year. Speaking with Chief Kreider, we are going to look at testing at least twice a year, maybe even quarterly. That's going to give us a larger pool of applicants to pull from, and also different prioritizations from that pool of applicants. I think will assist in addressing this issue.
Now, when you were chief of police, you implemented the community affairs unit. Do you plan on the fire side doing something similar or implementing some firefighter in that?
Oh yeah, Chief Kreider and I, and also Chief Cox, have talked about how to integrate and synergize the fire department into the police department's community affairs unit. And one thing that the police department just implemented this last couple of weeks is a community resource officer that's going to be attached to the police department. And that community resource officer is going to specialize in dealing with citizens in the community that are having or are known to have mental emergencies. That officer is going to engage with those individuals to assist them in many ways. For instance, to facilitate contact with other stakeholders in the community that can possibly help, and not only with from the mental aspect, right, but also members of our community that are victims of the opioid epidemic. And so we're doing a lot of great things, and I think that that is a perfect secondary position for the fire department to put a person in community affairs that can be that second community resource officer, not only doing that, but some other fire-specific things like safety seminars and other things of that nature that we believe will be very popular, and also help to bring the fire department, just like the police department, closer to the community and build upon that relationship.
All right, sounds good. Now, last topic for today is technology, which is something very critical in our lives today, as you know.
Yes.
What are your plans for public safety as far as technology?
Well, you know, technology, man, it's improving by leaps and bounds, and we are looking at various technologies to help us keep the community safer, to make the police department function more effectively, more efficiently. I'll give you, for instance, our parks and running trails are expanding. The police department has a unit called the Rangers that is responsible for patrolling the parks. We're looking at buying some surveillance drones, so the park rangers can go out to the park and very quickly put a drone up, look at the area, also the running trails. And I think that that gives the citizens a greater feeling of safety. And so the citizens should see signs over the next couple of months in the parks that say something to the effect of warning, this park and running trail is periodically patrolled by surveillance drones. Any criminal act recorded will be responded to and investigated. And I think that that's also a deterrent too. Another thing, when you look at the E911 Center, and man, it's just so critical. I had a great meeting with them yesterday, and one of the things that we discussed was a capability gap, where there could possibly be certain buildings in the county where our radios for first responders aren't picking up as effectively as they should be. And so we're looking at possibly implementing a portable distributive antenna. It's a portable device that can be utilized if we have a critical incident in a building that is giving us difficulty in having the officers communicate with each other in 911. This will overcome that. Also, unfortunately, we just had a citizen drown in Cobb County. We have not only the Chattahoochee River, but we also have Lake Allatoona. And so we're looking at some portable unmanned submersible recovery vehicles that DNR is currently using in order to respond to a possible drowning victim in the waterways, the Chattahoochee and the lake here in Cobb County. So it's things like that, but that's just three examples. We could talk about this for the next hour, but we're very excited to, not only research ways to do things better from a public safety standpoint, but as technology comes online that helps us do things better, effectively, more efficient, and helps us create a safer environment for our citizens, we're going to try to get that technology and implement it here in Cobb County.
All right, well, it sounds exciting, and we look forward to that unfolding going forward. Thank you for stopping by. We always enjoy your visit. And in the meantime, make sure to stay connected to all of our departments by following us on social media.